Hey, Joseph here. I'm a certified life coach, a published author, and a music artist. I post a lot of content related to spirituality and self-awareness and a whole lot of things in between that. Thanks for clicking on this particular video. Since you're here, this is one of 3 messages you'll receive from me wherever you are right now in this exact shirt. Now, if you're not subscribed and this showed up for you in your recommendations list and you clicked on it, if you understand the message immediately, that's your confirmation. If you don't understand it right away, sit with it, let it process. You will understand it later. And if you clicked on this video and you realize, this ain't for me, this ain't my cup of tea, then that just means we're not aligned, and that's okay. You can scroll off this. But if you are subscribed, then you already know how this goes. Sometimes my videos will pop up for you, sometimes they won't. That's just how the algorithm works. Even if you're subscribed, it still doesn't guarantee that you'll see everything. This is message 2. Unlike my short form content on TikTok and Instagram, I'm going to take my time with this message. We always hear people say life is a game, and for a long time I used to say that too, but I don't anymore. Because when I say life is a game, it immediately pulls me back to my gamer days. And believe it or not, I was a gamer. As a millennial, I had most of the consoles. I had an Atari, which belonged to my mom and my dad, a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, PlayStation, you name it, I played it. But my game of choice was Mortal Kombat. I was good. Like, I don't say that to brag, but I was really a champion at it. I even saved up money to buy those little gaming magazines from the stores with codes in the back for all the finishing moves. Back then, that was like holding gold. I played everything, but eventually something shifted. One of my sisters was the one who got the PlayStation 2, not me. I tried it out. I played a little GTA and realized I wasn't thrilled anymore. Honestly, the spark had already fizzled out after Resident Evil. Once I beat that game, it was like, okay, now what? And without really knowing why, I started drifting away from gaming altogether. And I didn't realize it at the time, but games were teaching me something about life. Because here's the thing, gaming is addictive by design. But underneath that, it also is a mirror. It mirrors how life can feel. One big obstacle course, one thing after another. You beat one level, one boss, one challenge, and then there's another waiting for you right behind it. But it gets deeper from there. The reward isn't actually the thing. It's not the trophy, it's not the finish line, it's not the winning the fight or unlocking the new level. The real reward is the capacity you build on the way. That's the paradox. Life keeps giving you the opposite of what you want so you can get clearer on what you actually want. Catch that. And when we talk about life as a game, we don't always make that distinction, because there are 2 ways to see this. You can see gaming as play, exploration, curiosity, fun, joy, or you can see it as competition, proving yourself, fighting, trying to win. That difference matters, because if you lean too far into competition, you're basically living vicariously through proving yourself in a fake world. You're trying to get a sense of control, beating the level, beating the enemy, even if it's only pixels on a screen. And if you don't turn that capacity inward into your own life, you end up stuck in consumption mode. And that's the real trap. Addiction. Whether it's games, TV shows, endless scrolling, or even music, addiction keeps you consuming instead of creating. That's why so many of us now are being called to create more. We have everything at our fingertips, all this access to information and tools, but if we never stop consuming, our creative channel closes off. I didn't realize it back then, but when I stopped gaming, I was slowly reversing the spell of that addiction. I didn't even have the words for it yet, but I started spending more time with music, with art, with writing, with creativity. I wasn't trying to beat something anymore. I was just expressing. That felt alive. That felt like joy. And then one day, I just realized I had no real interest in gaming anymore. And that's how life works. When you tune in to what makes you feel alive, life will still throw obstacles at you, but those obstacles aren't there for you to get over. You see, the language of get over, overcome it, get rid of it, that's bypass language. It just puts you back in competitive mode. I have to fight. I have to prove. I have to win. No matter what. But what if the point isn't to get over it? What if the point is actually to be with it? To build the capacity to hold what shows up without collapsing, without running, without needing to dominate it. Because the truth of the matter is that whenever you slip back into fight mode, you become an easy target. The manipulative forces around us, and they do exist, they pull on that. They taunt you, they trick you, and they'll make you feel like your power is in something that they can take away. But the only reason they can do that is because they've convinced you to abandon your emotional intelligence and to lean too heavy into logic. And here's why that matters. When you're too rigid in your logic, you're too binary, you're too intellectual, you're easy to manipulate. Because you can only see right, wrong, win, lose, success, fail. And in that state, you miss the bigger picture. And the bigger picture lives in your emotions, in your nervous system. And that's why this distinction is so important. How you name the game changes how you respond, how the game responds to you. And if you treat it like play, curiosity, joy, grounded presence, it opens your creativity. If you treat it like competition, you burn out, chasing illusions of control. And here's that paradox again. Life is going to feel like an obstacle course either way. But those obstacles aren't punishments. They are capacity builders. They are giving you the ability to hold complexity, to hold paradox, to hold multiple truths at once. And so the question isn't, how do I win? The question is, how am I showing up in the game? Because when you're still, when you're grounded, when you are full of your own peace, nothing can touch you. Yeah, the weapons might form, the obstacles might graze you a little bit or a lot of it, but they can't prosper as long as there's breath in your body, because you're not playing on the board they set up for you. You're observing it, you're outmaneuvering it, and you're refusing to collapse into fight mode. That's what capacity really is. You're not here to fight. You're not here to push and prove. You are here to pay attention, to be responsible for your response to everything, and to commit to showing up in a different way. That's the real power. That's the real cheat code.